used to host statues, no? Portraying the people. Here, for example.
Bonito, y cuando salimos.
Building.
I can take like one of those stones home.
How much do you get shop?
I bet two of us
Wait
couldn't
till the
lift
end.
it.
Yeah, don't pick
Oh,
me,
yeah.
because that's for sure.
Well, you know what? It's a huge fine for taking anything from here.
Oh, I was gonna
mean,
say
a
bend down and
pebble.
get. No, I was gonna say the
Ah,
dust.
I agree.
Yeah, no.
Imagine
I
though,
wouldn't
you put
dream
this-
of this.
Put it in an ampule, the dust from the ground here, and you could sell it.
79 AD. And, you know, that's when this happened. The year 80.
Yeah.
No, 79. Pretty cool.
That's the year I graduated.
Really. Of course, add 1900 years onto that, right? Oh, crap. They went in, yeah, there they are. Don't back up.
Please.
Thank you.
This is, in the roof you have the conservation. If you don't cover, leaving the painting exposed,
You're a good
you
paint
have
to
this.
last this long. Huh?
Hmm?
Real good paint to last this long.
No shit. No, seriously, I mean.
Yeah.
And the other thing you'll see is mosaics built with the little stones. They last forever. They're on the floor. People walk on them all the time. They don't wear. It's the void in the thing they poured in the classroom.
Your camera's on.
That's the molding. So what happened was, when they first did these, they found a few bodies that were together in one, 4 bodies. And they said, oh,
Doing what?
the family.
No.
Well, recently, like last year, they found DNA in the plaster.
Blown
And
away.
they found out they were totally unrelated.
Look at the face. Your lips and but your eyes.
The toga.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the toga.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Over there, for example, there's wearing the tunic, the short tunic and the sandals.
I was going to say, where's Court?
The working class.
Yeah.
This is, not working class.
Oh, there. Okay.
Wearing the toga. Toga probably coat there, so the man here was using the coat to protect his mouth,
It's like he's
Just
like
me.
this.
his head.
That guy really looked like he was actually a pretty good size. That last
Yeah, the biggest one out of all of them, right? Yeah, I don't think they were big people.
That's what I mean, right?
Yeah.
You know what this is?
A jail. No.
Why?
Looks like the
Feels-
right size.
Because I was in,
thing
you
where
know,
they put
into
the
the
food.
Yoja.
Plus, you like to walk by and stare.
The market or
Because you saw me in, and so you just like a criminal. Anyway, this is counter and kitchen.
Yeah, I was right.
Counter and kitchen.
Ah.
The kitchen. They
You
cook
got
on
it?
the coals.
Good job.
Yeah.
With the chain pots. Or with just on the grid directly, or using the coals anyway. They have, you know that they invented the non-stick pan. Yeah, there was like this kind of internal glazed terracotta. That was, the idea was no stick. It was
Yeah.
not a Teflon, of course, but anyway,
Wow.
this is the idea. And so here there was probably heater, or anyways, more safe, who knows. Here was, but of course you cannot sit.
Right.
It's a fast food. You can only grab and go.
You see the bottom of it?
Yeah, it's one
Well
of the
before
90s.
McDonald's.
Well
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
They weren't the first.
They have, 90 fast food here, because of course
I
this
remember this, a lot of these, right?
lot, because this is a port. We have 40 bakeries.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of the ones had the what are the
Yeah, we're going to see.
built into it?
Yes, they are different, because of course, everybody they serve different specialties,
Yep.
There, for example, were for soups. Soups
Okay,
or
hot.
wine. Of course, nowadays we are able to establish what they serve there. Because, analyzing the remains of food into
Oh,
the
that's right.
container, you can do.
Oh, that's right.
Recently, they found a new fast food, And they there, analyzing the remains of the food into one of the containers, they discovered a soup of duck and pork.
Oh, really?
No, no. Sorry.
It's contagious with your sister.
Some of us are helpers, some of us are takers. You're a platinum killer. Yeah, there you go. What more do you need, right?
It's pretty big.
That, it's a big, it's a phallic symbol. Can you
I
see
saw
it?
that. I saw that and I was wondering, I thought,
What is that?
but
It's,
phallic
prosperity,
symbol.
fertility.
Oh.
Fertility, they call it the felicitas. Felicita, no? Felicità, felicità.
Glacial.
Ah, yeah.
See?
It's, happy, no? But anyway, it's a, fertility anyway.
Right.
Yeah, consider the translation, of felicitas, Latin Italian, is fertility. But the Italian word, felicità,
Exactly.
is happiness.
That's what I thought.
Yes, it's very interesting, no?
Yeah.
Fertility and happiness are, strictly related for them.
Which,
But for them,
Still is.
fertility, the meaning was, a little bit wider. So you have, for example, fertility is like money, fortune, good luck, avoiding. But this is, amulet anyway.
we saw them above the ovens too,
Yeah.
like to make the bread rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Right on,
That was a good.
on
Yeah.
the keystone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The keystone,
Yeah, see?
to avoid the explosion of the oven.
Yeah.
Number of different houses, or is this just one big?
No, they're all houses and shops.
See how
Like
they
that
go
was a
back?
shop.
Yeah.
Mostly shops here. How to recognize? Wide entrance way is the one of the way,
Oh.
and so the most easy is this sliding door. Truck.
Whoa.
Oh.
As you
Oh.
can see everywhere here. It's a louver, no? Single loop, so you can turn, pushing and collecting on one side, sliding on the truck.
Even back then, it's closer to you.
In Herculaneum there is a shop with theater. We have the same truck.
That's cool.
And here you have a
No.
small hinge door for the shopkeeper who had to access to the shop when the shop is closed. It's everywhere the same system. You have sliding door track and the small hinge door.
We didn't see this. We didn't notice this the last time.
That is, it's interesting.
That's
Everywhere
very
is the
interesting.
same, And that because of course they live upstairs. No? Above the shop they have the apartment. It was called the pergola. This could be, might be, we can say, wine shop because you can see that the big containers are partially underground to keep cool the material that was stocked in. Could be oil anyway, but I think it's wine. You can scoop out the wine in the jugs. Probably you saw in Herculaneum the shop at the cucumas, only by the jugs. Because the man was annoyed by the people asking less of wine, and he wrote on the sign of the shop, only by jug. Yeah, this is
Huh?
Herculaneum.
Yeah.
Did you figure it
But
out?
it's very interesting
Yeah.
because you have this kind of picture of the jugs, with the prices, and on top we have description like adapted to the space that he has. Because of course he wanted absolutely avoid the people asking asking this kind of glass of wine. No way.
Yeah.
Only buy jugs
Right.
here.
Yeah.
Only bottle now.
Costco.
Yeah.
Good point. Good comparison.
This this kind of system that you didn't see in Herculaneum because they didn't need that. Because in Herculaneum they have the sewer tunnels underground, underneath the street. Here you didn't have any sewer. They have
Anything by the looks of it.
I know only internet.
We did.
That's right. Look how that's working out. Right?
Good point.
Here you can see very well the address system that was made by us, of course. Because of course here is a place that you can see not only the ancient history but even the modern history. So the different approaches, to the past. First, 18th century, they didn't care the context. Second half of 19th century, they realized that it was very important to link finds and place. To figure out the function, of the space, the shop we are standing in. What shop is this? Who knows? Who knows? Because of course, you don't have the find.
Right.
Probably they found here razor blades. It was a barber shop.
So things you find.
Probably
tell you.
they just make, reported as something like, for example, we found right, on the crossroad very close to the forum where after in the second half of 19th century they made this kind of address system, so dividing Pompeii in regions. You can see region 7, block of houses, so this is block number 9, and number of gate. Now you can see here entrance, a doorway anyway.
So if you look at
Region
the map,
7,
you
same
can use
region,
those two numbers
different
to
block.
find the
This is,
places that
region
look
7, other block.
Of course, sort of, really.
Region 7, Insula 2nd. This is,
Makes sense.
This, modern address system.
Yeah.
Here,
Thank you. Thank you for asking. So, Mike, you see how they do these by they cut the stone out and then they pour the molten, they cut the stone and they pour molten,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah, pretty cool. I knew he'd appreciate that one.
I mean, you can see very well the floor tiles.
Everything's like, we have rust proofing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just
You were right
different.
though. You were right though. They did reach this stuff long before anybody else did. See the tracks worn from the carts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They use it because more convenient, because here you can
Everything.
so little
Like, you think you invented a
more
sliding
than the
door. You
faster.
did.
But anyway,
That's
it's more durable.
I hadn't seen
It's
that the
very
last time.
evident
That's
because
pretty
we
cool.
saw 2 counters without anything.
Right,
Like
over there.
plastered
What did they say,
before.
Steve?
This
Everything's
is, still preserved.
Seems like it's here.
In this case, you have the big cool thing. I don't need to see. I already.
Have you been here before?
He could do it blindfolded.
I think so.
You seem to know a lot.
Are you coming down?
I am.
Let me give me that.
From my apartment.
Yeah.
3 months. Anyway, here is prime distance.
Let's go.
They were able to provide the power. This is industrial one. Because you can see very well we have 5 prime stones. One they use it, for example, to do chickpeas flour.
Yeah.
That they mix it with the wheat or the barley, the spelt. They have 10 qualities of bread. And there was, one that's very close to the Italian panettone, the pani switches. Nice with the bread, dry fruit too. And so here is the oven. On the right we have the small chamber for the proofing.
Oh, proofing.
Yeah, for the
See.
proofing, because using the heat of the oven, you can help
See that, Kim?
proofing of the bread. And here, the grinding stones, you can rotate,
This way they
twisting
proof
the
the
upper
bread.
stone and the lower one, pushing on the sticks. Now we have the stick holes. Of course, it's animal power. Industrial one. For example, we have other small shops facing on the main street where they split the shop in 2. So small production and more selling, fresh baked panini, something like that. Because we have the containers for the food with the counter, and so because here was just they provided the bread for the fast food too, not only for the the people that live in the area. This is the reason why we have this number of big groups in Pompeii. FPM is 1.
Open. Are you open?
Up there. Courtney's hanging in there with her sandals.
Yeah. Well, they got memory foam, so.
But I also used to wear like heels to lifeguard and have to walk up the.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Don't copy my shot.
It's been done like a million times. We're not the first
See, we're
court.
going up here. I think it's a lot
Okay.
easier. Let me help you up.
Smoother.
Wait a minute.
I got it.
You got it?
Thank you. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, you can see here how first of all, how is a big the place?
Yeah. Wow.
It's huge,
Forever.
It's hard to comprehend.
just get lost.
Yeah, if you don't have a map.
You got separated from
They
your mom.
excavated 75, maybe 8 years, pushing the material out, creating an hill. Then now we are moving in the quarries, refilling the water quarries. It's for the wine too.
Like the marble shops.
Yeah, in this case, you are not able to establish. But in the fast food that they excavate, we are going to see now, this fast food that they excavated recently, it's very interesting because it's something that was created a few years ago. You can see very daily.
Yes, exactly. No soup for you. No soup.
And the remains of food in other one. So, very convenient spot. It's right on the main crossroad. High rent, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It's real estate.
It was, maybe one of the most, they're the best spot to have, the most convenient place. Because over there they were constructing a new bathhouse. And we are going to see, we are going to see now the house, and after going on the other side, we are going to explore the bathhouse, and we go down to see the new excavation. Here you have this pressure, you can see very good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
The ash push. This is the reason why they are doing this. So the reason why we are excavating now is, to preserve conservation reasons. For example, in this case, reduction of the pressure from the structure. Doing that somewhere they choose to.
I knew your dad would be into the construction part of this,
Is it worth it? Yeah, I think because of course consider this material is, of course, you can sell because it's very efficient material. You can sell, it's expensive to know the promise. You can sell 80 euros or 70 euros for cubic meter. But of course, it's the Italian bureaucracy, It costs, more to sell than to dump. Anyway, because the bureaucracy,
Yeah, you got to dump it somewhere. But if you can make money with it.
Oh, Steve, yeah.
Lui ne vient pas quand il fait très chaud. Les Espagnols commencent maintenant, mais il arrive aussi quand il fait très chaud. Et vabbè, les Américains, surtout quand il a les navires.
There's no cookie cutter construction. Right?
What?
There's no cookie cutter construction here.
No.
Look at that.
And it's all, it's all mixed.
Did he go in the house and we didn't? Oh, there he is.
2019. We started 2016 and so finished in 2019. They excavated all this road. This, we're standing in a new excavation. And here you have, the thing on the counter. Yeah. This, this, the other that we saw, the first. In this case, they found the big container, the big one, with the big mouth, was a wine. Because, lifting up the cup, they were able to smell the scent of wine. There's kind of evidence of the analysis. You cannot know why. You can, it was only decoration. No, in this case, it's marketing. Because probably it was a specialty of this fast food. This, soup. And into the soup of duck and pork, they found tiny fish bones. Why? Do you know? The garum, the sauce. They use this is just fermented fish sauce that they use it to flour the food. Of course, fast food level, you add the fish bones. This is quite monumental. It's old money house. It's a very house. You can see, there is a standard formula of the edge with the roof sloping into the center to collect the rainwater in the pool. Compluvium, impluvium. There is a drain to bring the water in a cistern. It's in the basement level. In this case, the roof is supported by 4 fancy stone columns. And so here we have the Faltes, narrow entranceway, cubicola, that's kind of intimate private room, bedroom too, the tablinum, reception room in front of the entranceway, and on the right the ale, the function. Here of course is the entranceway, no? We had the dormer room. You know that the Romans used the houses as office too.
Oh.
They made in the morning office hours, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Matutine salutationes are called. You know, you come here to be received by the patron. He waited them in throne, right in the center of the reception hall. The doormen, they just, you know, manage the people outside, waiting outside. You are allowed to enter before you, after you, and so it's like this. And the people come here to pay the rent of the farm, because of course this kind of aristocracy, they were landowners.
Right.
And so here you can, for a deal, discuss, you know, politic partnership. First meeting as, you know, during this kind of office hours in the morning. Everybody will allowed to access, potentially. And on the other part you have the intimate. So just the peristyle or the portico was for the intimate reception. Okay, so you can see here they have the bedroom on the second floor probably, but you know it's the standard formula, and the wings, the two rooms were used to display. Everything is made to show off here, because of course entering in the house they use it as office. They had to demonstrate who they were, on who they pretended to be.
Yeah.
You know, the house, the Roman society is a social network. You know, the Roman house is like an Instagram profile.
The original remote work.
Yeah.
He's around his house.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, basically, I work at home.
That's what I mean.
Like the fattest beam I've ever seen in my room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty wild. So, you know, you get the cement underneath and they put that layer, the decorative layer, and do the, you know, the
Yeah,
fresco.
these, you know, are the wings. You saw probably in Herculaneum, the house of Bicentenary, where you have the door to close, you know, the wing, the lattice.
Yes.
Because, you know, these wings were used to display, and the lattice is, you know, is the right door to close, because you want to show even when the door is closed.
So you can peek through.
You can see through.
Yeah, all right.
This is interesting because, of course, after they use in Herculaneum, you can understand. Otherwise, you know, here they probably was wood screen, as you know, the wood screen they use in Herculaneum. Everything, you know, they could close everything, you know. And the wings, you know, normally they expose strong boxes with the silverware, or anyway, the portrait of ancestors. In Rome, the commanders of the Roman army, they exposed, for example, the army trophies.
Battle.
After, yeah, and they, of course, after, you know, the army trophies became part of the house. If you want to sell your house, you have to sell with the army trophies too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's typical of the Roman, you know.
Wow.
Of course, it's Pompeii, it's not Rome anyway here. We don't have this. But anyway, in Rome it was usual.
Wow. So your own trophies from the army, you had to leave.
Yeah.
That's,
Yes, it's part of the work of the house.
yeah.
You know, well, to take the water from the sister, a year, something else, you know, pipes and valves. It is. Seems to be made yesterday, I know, but it was made only 2,000 years ago anyway. This is interesting, no? Because of course, you know, we are with this house, you know, was excavated in the last decade of the 1800s, when they started to preserve the stuff in place, because it's, you know, the conception changed. This is a cornerstone in the history of the excavation, you know, when they decided to leave the stuff in place, because you can see in the context. Otherwise, you go in the museum and you find this, you know, but it's something of different. They had, here you can see in place. You can see how they used the painting. You can see. We are going to see now, no? The painting on the peristyle, on the portico, on the rooms, how were important for them, because the painting were part of the architecture, defining the space of the rooms. Andiamo. Of course, if you have questions, you know, I try to answer.
Gotcha.
very well. Another small detail about the hydraulic, your pressure tank.
Pressure tank?
Yeah, because you have, the junction, the joint between three different pipes probably. And you had to stop the pressure. The main issue for them was to stop the pressure.
Oh, so they could just block it off.
Because, they had this kind of, the aqueduct of the supply Pompeii was the Serino aqueduct. It was made in the Augustan age by Augustus, the emperor, to supply the fleet. The fleet was on the other side of the Bay of Naples, Mycenum, and the aqueduct was in the land. 94 kilometers of aqueduct, so 300 meters of different elevation. The problem for them was to stop the pressure. You can
Hand
see,
pressure.
Yeah.
Here, mind the junction is very important. If you have a junction between three pipes, the three direction, you need.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And here, valve,
Way ahead. Way ahead.
And here, something else. Someone back then wrote something on the wall.
Oh wow.
Greek graffiti.
Greek
And the translation is?
I don't know.
Oh.
Wow.
No, I'm
Get your
sure I
Google
know.
Translate out.
I know. Spoke very well of Beroe to the mistress. Who was the mistress? Is interpreted as Isis, the Egyptian goddess. Because the idea is that she'll probably be Beroe, this woman passed away. He prayed for her. Why to Isis? Because Isis, promised the resurrection, no? So like, yeah, this is, the idea is, and it was very popular between the working class, slaves, or the soldier back here. And in the Bay of Naples was so common to have. Consider the Egyptian have a community in Naples, they have a community in Pompeii, it was the main port of Rome. Because of course the main trade route was Alexandria, Pompeii, to bring the wheat. It sounds familiar, huh?
Just so weird. Some of these
Yeah,
pictures
it's
are
interesting, but
looking so well
there you have this big
Like up
black
here.
salon with this painting, is the last face of the painting. This is very interesting for me because of course you can testify how the painting and the mosaic were used to define the space of the rooms. No? You can see here mosaic and painting divided the room in antechamber and alcove. Alcove with a space for the couch. You can make an intimate reception. You can read your scroll, take a nap. It's just overlooking the garden. You can see very well the space for the hinges. Both sides, they could close. Here you have this kind of painting. In terms of conservation of the painting, you can see very well that Pompeii is much better than Herculaneum. It's more because depend on the place, where you want to see. This is very elegant,
This is dining room like.
no, this is like the exit dry school. It's just another probably intimate reception. Use it to study overlooking the garden with a standing desk. Or here you have this beautiful three-dimensional architecture made with nuances of yellow. And here is interesting because you can see the use of the perspective. It is completely different by if you compare with the Renaissance perspective, because the Renaissance perspective is made to be seen from every point of view. Using mathematical rules, in this case you can see from one or two point of views. For example, it's made to be seen from this. You can see from here it does work perfectly. From the other side,
Not
so because it's the ancient perspective is made is a natural observation of the nature. It's empiric.
Is that a Renaissance thing?
Renaissance, they invented the mathematical one, using formula.
Okay.
This is It's normally it is a say that they invented the perspective.
That's
they
what I
didn't
hear.
invent,
I know, I
they didn't
felt that
invent
way
anything.
too.
They invented a system to do.
Okay.
Okay. You know, the
So
the
it's
perspective,
formalized
you know,
it.
a tool. You know, the mathematic perspective was invented by them.
Gotcha.
Focal points,
I know.
lines,
Yeah.
the idea of
Leading
the
them.
optical cone.
This is your sound. This is where you
Yeah, again, you know, you have the same. In this case, you can see how the architecture is substantial. This kind of painting dates back to the first century BC. This is, you know, making the reconstruction, you can miss something, but I think it's important because, of course, thanks to the reconstruction we made, we have the conservation of the decoration.
Right.
Otherwise, everything, you know,
Be gone, be faded.
we saw. This is beautiful for three-dimensional pattern. How to do? We can see here. We can see because you have the grid made by the master on the mortar with the ropes.
Oh yeah.
With the, you know, coloring the different fields to guide the workers to tile, you know, to put the right tiles in the right place. It's like, you know, tile by color.
Yeah.
That's a, it's like a skill, you know,
Yeah,
special
it's
skill.
very
Like mosaic guy. Called the mosaic guy.
It's
Wait.
very interesting, yeah?
Ivan,
Yes.
scusi. Is that all unexcavated back there?
Yeah,
Like
it's, you know, the stuff that we saw before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's,
all
you know,
that
it's
side,
an
yeah.
excavated. That, you know, it's very interesting because it's one of the rare places where you are surrounded by unexcavated areas.
Oh, okay.
We are on the boundary of the trench because, you know, when in Herculaneum you can see very well. You feel to stay in a trench of excavation. Here you cannot feel. But you are actually
in the
standing in
excavation. Yeah.
You are into a trench.
In an active, still active excavation.
This is very interesting.
Yeah.
Of course, it's something that you cannot realize because this is a city. It's a unique place in the world that give you the sense of the city.
Yeah. Grazie.
Prego.
aristocracy. Yeah. Wow, rich, very rich.
You know, the blocks,
Yes.
the pile of blocks that they have to use to construct the portico base. On the wall there, the beam walls are scaffolding walls, are for the scaffoldings.
So it's under construction.
Yeah, it was under, they were, you know, was the most efficient. They have only to dress.
Just to dress her up.
Yeah, so we can see very well this kind of
Oh, look at that
beautiful
marble.
marble slab.
There's a new countertop.
That's what I said.
This is, you know, very interesting, you know, spot because it's not only for this kind of time interrupted sense it gives, but for the phenomenon because it's a developer who made this. You can see the remains of the houses. He took all the block of houses to construct something new. It's an investment, you know.
Okay, yep.
Because of course the people probably were forced to sell because the houses were too much damaged and they didn't have the money to afford the renovation. And they were forced to sell and they just took everything, destroyed everything. You can see the remains of the houses. Or,
The stairs. That's stairs.
the stairs,
right?
you know, is new, huh? Because he just, you know, he made the stairs to access to the apartment complex. No? And it was very common to live on upstairs, above the bathhouse. We know that Seneca, no, the philosopher,
Yes.
he went to live after he retired, complaining for the noise. Because because the idea was, you know, he wrote to Lucilius, you know, his friend. The idea was like a philosophic teaching, you know. And even though here everybody are yelling, you know, or
We did.
very clear because of course, you know, they just out in place and after they worked polishing
Once in
and
a place.
finishing, you know.
Because they could have screwed it up trying to lift it. or-
Yeah, the
How
flutes
did-
for
Do you know how they actually get these up, or how do
they had the lift crane, but
Pulley.
they are pulley. You can see there the small holes for the pincer of the crane.
Oh.
Yeah. They had excavating the Temple of Venus. You know, the first we found that they were renovating the temple. And we found this kind of active construction site. We found, 30 centimeter of fragment of stones, the finishing, of the working of the capitals, and we found a line, which is a row of holes with the stones inside. That were, the fulcra of the lift, of the crane. They were, they don't.
Some of them,
the
how
center
high
point.
did they go? Because you had some that was like on top. There was
Yeah, they were
beam.
able. Yeah, they were able to do. And they have, for example, here. Like you can see on the game. Maybe there.
Oh, a hook.
No, because they were doing. There is only just this kind of a small spot. Here you have normally a square door for the just like a nail. They just put they made the lead the coating on, and after they just to
So it didn't move on the
yeah
bottom.
to avoid the movement.
Yep.
And the same was on the lintel.
Right.
But they had the lift to lift up to bring.
It's
There
impressive.
were people on managing probably. It's the same way to construct it we had until maybe 100 2 centuries ago. I think.
Okay.
There you have
Fire
the
pit.
meaning of the houses.
So it was eminent domain. They come in, they say, we're going to build this.
Yes.
Your house is now over there.
That hasn't changed either, Stephen.
No.
Capped by the new
Right.
Yeah, this the typical people destroying something and construct something. Nouveau rich, that's the people are the emerging classes. Of course, it's a very interesting phenomenon because of, they didn't care the standard formula. No, they didn't know they have to crowd it. It's a phenomenon that we lived, in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's,
They just put them on. Okay. That makes sense.
For example, just right over there, there is, the Taberna of Pio IX. Pio IX was the Pope.
Yeah.
He had visited Pompeii, and so they dedicated to him one shop, one house.
Oh, I got it.
This is, thanks to this address system, we can, we fix this mess.
Wow, look how high that is.
Oh, the
Right here.
oh, this.
How high it is.
I was looking at the unexcavated.
This is the gate, We are just walking along the unexcavated.
You got model for free.
Yeah.
He has ancestors.
He was, he spent only
He eats the rats.
7 lives.
Yeah.
79 AD,
Yeah. That's a good one.
Check his bloodline.
Yeah.
What is this?
He owned this place.
Is that a road mark?
He ate the rats then, he eats them now.
As a Rambau, something like here they shaped the sidewalk, because it was one way. Now there, it's the main street. Probably everybody, to avoid the traffic of the main street, they try to do this. And of course, it was one way. It's a shortcut to avoid the traffic. And of course, here, it's one way, and they have to force the people to tap.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you
And
can't
they
go.
did, shaping the sidewalk too, cutting the corner of the block and creating this.
Wow.
And it was, it's
Subtle
one of
but
the few
effective.
evidence that we have about
Right.
the traffic regulation. They had for sure, because we saw a lot of, one-way street.
Interesting.
Yeah, in this case, you can see very well the lead coating on the fountain. And the decoration on the fountain with the cow. The cow was the personification of Juno, life of Jupiter.
A cow was related to Jupiter?
To Juno.
Oh, Juno.
That entranceway.
Yeah, nice, huh? With the cubic capitals.
Yes. Yeah.
Typical of the second century.
The first one.
Phallic symbol here.
Oh,
And
there
this,
you
you know,
go.
is a dye work tank. Huh? As you know, this basin is a lead basin, you know, to hit the solution of water and ammonia. Ammonia was a urine or bird dropping.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Huh? Just, you know, they drain on, it was a stink, yeah, but you know, they drain on the street. As you know, as I said before, mostly was water, mostly. Mostly water. And as you know, it's upper Pompeii, it's interesting that this kind of temple dedicated to the fertility. With the winged phallus here. Okay. Good catch.
She was going.
Good job. Yeah.
And there you have this, pipe supplying the second floor.
Oh yeah. See that, Mike? The pipe for the second floor.
Oh, look.
They were able, you know, to
The pipe.
supply on the second floor. So yeah.
That lead was good, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, it did the trick, but they didn't know
Really
it killed you. Kim, you got a fountain up here.
Andiamo a Malta, c'è avuto una gara, sì, che questo
Lavarán quite.
Please and thank you.
She can still have manners.
Give me the next one.
I'm also. I have to pee so bad that I can't.
Lisa?
No, it's Lisa.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good time to reach
Oh
out.
yeah, it's good. You should.
I'm gonna put a little.
Yeah.
It's wet though, right?
She said that she doesn't.
Is it cold or warm? Cold. Oh, good. When you said it was warm, warm out. Right?
So
Yeah, see.
It's cold.
Much better. Yep.
It's dry, you know. But you have to drink, you know, a lot.
Oh, in the sun.
bad stuff will happen.
I forgot, you know, my hat. It was, you know, the worst day to do anyway, you know.
See, you could walk this for 5 days and still not get around.
You probably see something different every time.
Yes.
It's on now.
Courtney's new friend. Oh, he's so good.
It's a she.
She is too.